Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is a brief introduction to computer science. So we're going to start with this worksheet. So first things to start with is what is a computer? A computer has an input and an output. So we're going to start with the CPU, which is, it can be part of the input. It is considered as the brain of the computer, okay? And it does lots of operations. It performs all types of data processing operations. This is data, not date, so please correct it, okay? It stores data, intermediate results, and instructions, okay? It doesn't store them, but it calculates them, okay? So it has what? It has the memory, and it has the control unit, and it has the ALU, the arithmetic logic unit, okay? So this memory or this storage unit is that stores date and intermediate results, and this unit supplies information to other units of the computer when needed. It's like your brain. It sends signals to the other parts of the computer, for example, to the RAM, to the ROM, to the hard disk, and so on. And it mainly deals with the RAM, the random access memory, okay? We will get to know what's a memory and what's a random access memory. First is the memory. It is not the human brain, okay? A memory is just like a human brain. It's not 100% correct, It is used to store data and instructions. Yes, that's correct, but there are two types of memories. There is the short-term memory and the long-term memory, okay? As you can see here, memory is primarily of three types. The cache memory, which is related to the CPU itself, the primary memory or the main memory, which is the long-term memory, and the secondary memory, okay? So the cache memory is a very high-speed semiconductor memory, which can speed up the CPU, and it acts as a buffer between the CPU and the main memory. This cache memory is with the CPU. It's installed within the CPU, okay? It is installed within the CPU. When you get a CPU or a processor, you will have its cache memory with it. You cannot change the cache memory of the CPU or the processor. It comes along with it, okay? The second part is the memory itself. Let's find it. Where is it? Yes, here. The secondary memory, okay? The second memory, they are magnetic and optical. The magnetic are like the floppy disks, something that you've already never heard of. They can be categorized, as we told now, the magnetic, optical, and electronic. Magnetic, optical, and electronic. The magnetic are the floppy disks, the hard disk, and the magnetic tape. Also something that you have never heard of. Now, the hard disks are internal hard disks, and of course there are external hard disks that we buy separately these days. It has a higher capacity, which means that you can put like 500 gigabytes, 1 terabyte, 3 terabytes, and so on. And it also stores the operating system, the Windows. If you have, of course, an HP, Dell, or whatever laptop, and operating system as Linux in Mac. Also here, the hard disks are built with metal platters covered with a substance that allows data again, not date, to be held in a form of magnetized parts. It is a disk, a circular disk that goes around in circles. That is the HDD. But nowadays, there is a new hard disk. It's called SSD. This relies on the optical storage. And it's way faster than the hard disk drives. Okay. Of course, the movable drives are CD-ROM, CD-writer. Yes, mainly the CD, but also we don't use that as now. This is some of the DVDs. Some have single layer and some have double layers. As the single layers, you have 4.7 gigabytes and 9.4 gigabytes. In the double layer, you have 8.5 and 17 gigabytes. For the electronic storage devices, it is the latest technology. No, it's not the latest technology. It just say that because this book is old. The electronic storage devices are the USB flashes. I guess you know them. Okay, everyone has like you know 3 or 4 right now. It's called the flash memory. Okay, it is small, simple, and it can store information. It can store information. Sorry, it can save information. The third thing is the secondary. Wait, we skipped something. Oh, we skipped something. Sorry. Yes, here. The primary memory or the main memory. This main memory, how can I put it into words? Okay, has the RAM and has the ROM. Has the RAM and has the ROM. The RAM is the static. There's 2 types of the RAM, static RAM and dynamic RAM. Static RAM and dynamic RAM. This RAM helps you with the speed of the device, the laptop or the computer or the phone that you're dealing with. Okay, it helps you with its speed. The higher the RAM, and of course the CPU, the processor, the higher the device and the faster the device will perform. And its ability will increase and so on. Okay, so this RAM is a short-term memory, Once you switch off the computer, it's done. It's done. We use it in copy and paste and so on. Okay, and there's the read-only memory. This read-only memory is a long-term storage device. It contains the CDs, the flash drives, the hard disks, the SSDs, the external hard disks, the external SSDs, and so on. Okay, because it has long-term storage capacity. RAM is a part of hardware that stores operating system applications, program, and currently running processes. It stores the running processes as the computer is switched on. Once you switch it off, that's it. It's deleted or it's shut down. RAM is used for both to read and write. Yes, RAM is erased. RAM is erased when the computer is switched off. It needs electricity to retain the information. That means if you cut the electricity off, it will work in batteries. And if the battery dies, all data will not be saved. Data, as you can see here, data in RAM stays as long as the computer is running. Okay, and it gets deleted as soon as a computer is switched off. Okay. RAM is a microchip, it's this big or that big, in laptops, it's usually as the size of, a finger. Okay, in desktops, it's usually as the size of the hand. It has more flexibility and it's really faster than the ROM, because the RAM is an optical memory. But the ROM, the old ROMs, of course, the HDD ROM, and the flash drives, also the CDs, all of them are magnetic, so they take time to load and so on. But if you have an SSD hard disk or a USB, this one will be very fast like the RAM, because the RAM is also SSD. The same technology, optical. So the ROM, every computer comes fitted with a memory that holds instruction for starting up the computer. It's the Windows application. It's the part of the device, or the part of course, it's a hardware. The ROM is a hardware. It is the part that has the computer's Windows. Okay, when you plug the power, of course, and you click on the start button or the turn on button in your laptop or computer, it gets information from the ROM to start the Windows, of course, with the help of the RAM and the CPU. Okay, this is a memory that has data written permanently. you can delete it. You can delete it, of course, and reuse it again. ROM is permanent. You can, it's not deleted when you plug out the electricity. It's not deleted until you delete it yourself. So until you delete it yourself, it is not deleted, okay? That's for the RAM and the ROM. And then we went back, just a minute. No, yes, no, here. Yes, and the secondary memory and so on, okay? So the secondary memory, as we said, it can be magnetic, optical, and electronic. Magnetic, optical, and electronic. The magnetic are like the HDD, the USB, flash, the CD-ROM, the DVD. So all of that are what are magnetic storages, and they have a magnetic layer in order to retain information or keep information for as long as you want. When you delete them, they are already deleted. So we finished that also. Let's go to the advantages. Advantages of what? Yeah, advantages of the flash memory, I guess. We finished that and that and okay. Wide area network, operating system, primary memory, overall advantages. Yes, the advantages, those are the advantages of the flash memory. The advantages of the flash memory. First, they are very small. They are portable, of course. You can carry them anywhere. They don't consume a lot of energy, and they are noiseless. They are limited heat emission, and they are portable, which is the most important thing. They are portable and they have a lot of storage capacity. Some flashes now or some USBs are like 128 gigabytes or 256. Yeah, 56, yes. Definition. What is the formatting? The formatting is preparing the disk into round concentric circles called tracks. And those tracks are subdivided into smaller pieces called sectors. And in those sectors, there are outer sectors and there are inner sectors. And those sectors we use to install the Windows and to divide the gigabytes, as you can see here. As you can see here, this is the Windows. This is the Windows partition, and this is the other partition. If I formatted my PC and installed a new Windows, of course, I can choose to keep the files here in the C or delete it, or to keep the files on all my computer or delete it. Okay, so this is the formatting. Control unit, the unit that controls all operation of the computer. It doesn't carry out any actual data processing order. The arithmetic logic unit, this consists of subsections, two subsections, the arithmetic section and the logic sections. The arithmetic section is a function. It has to perform arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So this is math. This is simply using math. This here, logic section, it's to perform logic operation like comparing, selecting, matching, and merging of data. Like when you make copy and paste, it would say, for example, that this file already exists. What do you want to do with it? Delete it? Do you want to replace it? Do you want to make a new one? Rename it? So this is it. Now, the output unit have devices that that gets information out of the computer, like the speakers, for example, or the printer. So the speaker and the printer are output units. Let's go for the output units. Sorry about the mess. Yes, output devices. Yes. So for the output devices, we have here, as mentioned, we have the monitors, the speakers, the printers, and the graphic plotters. Okay, the monitors and the speakers, they do not give us something that we can touch or we can feel. No, they give us data, soft data as the sound or the image. So this we can observe with our eyes or hear it with our ears. It doesn't give us something material or materialized. That means that we cannot touch it. But the printers and the graphic plotters, they give us papers, they give us graphics, so something that we can touch. That's it. Also, nowadays, you don't have to print anything. You just email it, so it will be better and faster instead of printing it and handing it hard copy and so on. So we can say that the monitors explain something that has a soft copy, while the printers explain something in a hard copy. As you can see here now, this worksheet or this paper that I'm explaining from, in this way, as you can see on the screen, it's a soft copy. But if you study it from your hands, it will be a hard copy. Okay. Monitors. So I'm guessing that all of you are that you're familiarized with monitors because monitors have um, they have expanded and extended actually since the old days, because the monitors in the days look like it's pregnant, sorry, and it has a big humpback. But now it's so thin, it's so skinny, we can say it's so slim. So there are two kinds of viewing screen used for monitors. This is just for knowing: cathode ray tube CRT monitors and flat panel display monitor. Okay, the flat panel display monitor is what we have in our age, what we have now. We have emissive displays, LED, and non-emissive LCDs. Okay, and I'm guessing that most of our monitors at the moment, TVs, phones, laptops, computers are LCDs. Okay. Also, the printers are output device. They are used to print paper. They are hard copy. Now we have two types of printers: the impact printers and non-impact printers. Okay, this is old. Just for your information, the impact printers are never used again. They are not used now. Now is laser printing. The impact printers, they print the characters by striking them on the ribbon when it's pressed on the paper. It works like a typist. The typist back in the days, there was a typing machine. Then when you push the letter, something goes up and clicks on the screen, on the paper, sorry. So it works like that. Okay, those are very noisy and they make a sound tick, 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 tick. I'll show you some pictures when we finish. And they have low consumable costs. They don't repair and so on, but they are so noisy and they're very dirty because they need ink and so on. Okay, let's go to the next one. I guess we will have the dot matrix printers. Where is it? Where is the dot matrix printers? Yeah, here. The dot matrix printers, it's also from, okay, the dot matrix printer, they are one of the most popular printers. They are the dot matrix. They are the impact printers. It's a type of the impact printers. They type using like a typing machine. Okay, so the non-impact printers, they print characters without using ribbons. Okay, they print a complete page. So it's like the printers that you have at home at the moment. You have color printers and laser printers and so on. So there are laser printers and inkjet printers. Okay. We know that there are now impact printers and non-impact printers. The laser jet and the inkjet, sorry, the laser and the inkjet are non-impact printers, but the dot matrix is an impact printer. You have to push the button and it has to do like a drum. Imagine it like a drum. Okay, so the non-impact printers, they are not noisy, they have high quality, and it can be four types. One, it can be a fax, a printer, a photocopier, and what else? And a scanner. Yes, and a scanner. So it can perform multi-jobs. It can be a printer, it can be a scanner, it can be a photocopier, and it can be a fax. Okay, so the laser printers, they are non-impact page printers, and they use lasers. And most of our printers in the current age, they are laser printers, sorry. The advantages of laser printers, they have very high speed and very high quality. Some, might reach to over 100 paper per minute. So that's amazing. Maybe 200 these days. So as for the computer software, the software, any software in the world, it's a program or application. So a software is a program or application, something that it doesn't exist in real life, but you use it in technology. Okay, so the software is made up of instructions to tell the hardware what to do. So the software is made up of instructions to tell the hardware what to do. There are two types of software: system software and application software. Okay, so system software is the Windows, is mainly the Windows. Okay, whereas the control panel, how to add something, delete something, my computer, here also calendar, camera, Cortana, Dolby Access, and so on. All of those, all here, for example, calculator, calendar, camera, and Cortana, all of those are system what software. But there are application software. There are application software. The application software, for example, like the Office. The Office, okay? The Office here is what? Is an application software. Is an application software. You use it. It's not installed within the computer. It doesn't come with the Windows, but it's, it does other things. Like when you, for example, this is scanned with Cam Scanner. So Cam Scanner is an application. It's an application software. Also for the phones and for the computers, all of those are called application software. But just in the phone, we just call it application. But on the computer, they are called software. Okay, let's go for the next one, which is the operating system. Operating system, where are you? Operating system, where are you? No, yes, here. The operating system, as I've just explained, it's what, it's, we can say that this is the house of the computer, how the computer works, who does laundry, who does dishwashing, and so on, who does the food, and so on, who cooks the food, sorry. Some of them are Linux and Windows. Most people use Windows and Linux. No one uses Unix, that's it. So, it's how to communicate. It's a software that provides an interface for the user to communicate with the computer, manage hard drives, and maintain disk file systems and support application programs. So you need to have a Windows to install software application. If you cannot do the opposite, you must have a Windows to install application software. Some popular systems are Windows and Linux. Okay, so the utilities, it's something called the utilities. The utilities are programs that bridge the gap between the functionality and operating system and the need of users. Okay, we can say that the utility is something important to us to try to deal with the computer. Okay, for example, the computer comes with an edge. It comes with an edge, but I don't like edge, so I prefer using Google Chrome, for example. So what will I do? I will simply download Google Chrome to make it easier for me, and maybe faster, I really don't know. So easier for me to handle my web, for example. Some people prefer Edge, so they simply use it, and it's amazing, by the way. It's faster, I guess. So that's it. Others prefer Opera, and so on. So everyone has his own choices to make, and those choices are called utilities. They help you to communicate, better with the operating system. For example, if you need to download the drivers or the Wi-Fi, the Wi-Fi is not working, so you need a driver. So you get an application that downloads the driver instead of you searching for the driver itself if you're not a computer expert, of course. So the application software, this is what we need. For example, I need a software for my camera. I need a software to preview my PDFs. I need a software to write and to make PowerPoint presentations. So all of those are applications, application software. Now, we can classify the application software into two things: the generalized packages and the customized packages. Generalized and customized. The generalized, it works for almost everyone without intervening or without changing anything. Okay, as you can see here, they are a Microsoft Word, for example, Excel, PowerPoint. That's what I forgot it, but I remember it. So whatever, here we have Word, we have Excel, we have PowerPoint, and we have Access. Yes, Microsoft Access. This is the database management system. Though we have other programs for database management system, like for example, I forgot, I'm so sorry. Okay, so the customized packages are applications that are customized or developed by programming languages to meet specific requirements of an organization or institution. So for example, my school or my college or whatever, they made themselves a website or an application or a program to do what? To list the students, those who paid, those who didn't, those who passed, those who didn't. This is a customized package, okay? And mainly programmers do it for money for people. So for example, let's just imagine that someone, for example, a tutor needed a software for his students who came, who didn't, who paid, who didn't, what mark did he get in the first test, in the second test, and so on. So he would ask some programmer to make him this software, which by the way, we did. Okay. Then when we distributed it like 4 or 5 years ago, I don't really remember. Okay, so what are the programming languages? The customized packages. They are software designed. No, listen. Those are the worms or the malware. There's something new that is called the malware. We simply call it the viruses. It's what it's software designed specially to damage or disrupt a system, to damage a system, like the ransom virus. It locks all your data and tells you if you want your data back, you can you can pay me money so that I unlock your computer. Okay, this is the most recent virus, and people cannot find any antivirus for that. So you have to pay attention not to go into suspicious links and so on. The malware can be classified into several categories depending on propagation and concealment. So those are two new terms that we're going to understand what they are. Let's go for the next page. Propagation, where is it? Propagation, yes, here. So two types of propagations are viruses and worms. As for the concealment, it's a rootkit or a Trojan. It's called, Trojan horse or computer virus. It's attached or inserted into another program. Like when you download a program and they tell you, you just simply go, yes, approve. This might be concealment. So how do we protect our computer from viruses, Trojans, from rootkits, from worms? We secure the computer. How do we that? We update the system every single day. It will update automatically, by the way, in Windows 10. You cannot shut off, or maybe you can. Maybe I haven't really tried. You need to update the system regularly. Also, you have to activate your firewall, use an antivirus, and you have to know which wireless network you're on, and you have to put strong password to it. You also have to protect your personal information from being hacked. Also, your phone, you need to put a password. And the main thing about that is never give out your credit card information if you have a credit card, and I'm sure that you all do. And the second thing, never click suspicious links, because this is the big problem. Suspicious links are bad, bad, bad. Okay, so what do we have next? What's a computer network? Let's go. I guess it's the first one. Yes, what's a computer network? So a computer network connects computers together. As simple as that. It's a system in which multiple computers are connected to each other to share information and resources. Here, share information, we know. Like, for example, we're in a full neighborhood, or we're neighbors, and one of us has a hard disk full of movies, and we need those movies. So instead of this guy will take this hard disk for a day to copy the information, then the other one will take it for a day. Imagine that we're 7, it's going to take a week so that the hard disk can come to all of us. But if we're on the same network, we can simply share the folder, and then what will happen? Everyone will copy it while sitting home, and he will not wait for even 2 hours. Got it? So this is the information, which is the data. The resources, what are the resources? The resources here are hardwares, like if I want to use my neighbor's printer or my neighbor's scanner, I have a scanner and he doesn't have, so he wants to use mine. So I will simply share it on the network, and he goes in and print the paper that he needs. Those are the resources. And the resources also can mean like software things, but it's mainly for hardware. It's mainly for hardware. It can work for software, but it's mainly for hardware, like printers. And printers are the most common shared devices. They are the most common shared devices because everybody needs to print. And for example, if you're 5 at home and you're 5 students at home, you will not get 5 printers. No, you'll get 1 printer, and you will share it on the network. Okay. Now, in order to make a network, you need some things. You need network cables, you need distributors, you need routers, just one router to make one network, of course, and you need internal network cards. For the network cables are not needed now because we have wireless network, and the internal network cards, they are already in each device, so we don't need them. We need the distributors and the routers, or just the routers. We don't need distributors anymore. But let's just stick to the book. We have something called line configuration. Line configuration, which means that two or more communication devices attached to a link. So all of us, or two, okay. Let's just go with two devices attached together. Two devices attached together, like me and my friend. So from my device to his device, and from his device to my device. Okay, that's point to point. It provides a dedicated link between two devices, just two devices. And you can open your book, page 116. Now, this is the multi-point. This is what we're talking about. This is what's happening now in our world. It's more than two devices share a single link. So multiple devices share one link. So what's mine is yours, and what's yours is mine. Of course, if you don't want mine to be, if I don't want mine to be someone else's, I will simply turn off the sharing, and I'll still have his portions, but no one will access my computer. Now, we have categories of networks. The first one is local area network. Local area network. This local area network can be a flat, it can be an office, it can be a building, and it can be a campus. A campus, we can say like a college, maybe. Okay, we can say a college, like what you have in your college. Now, the metropolitan, the LAN area network, metropolitan area network. This extends over an entire city. Okay, like for example, what we have in the traffic department, they have cameras all over the state, for example. So they have a man, they have a metro area network, but ours is local. For example, here in this building, ours is local, but this one is, for example, the traffic department or the traffic police, they have a man, they have a man. It is connecting several LANs together to make a larger network. Okay, to make a larger network. Let's go for the next one. And the last one, it's the wide area network. Let's just find it. Yes, the wide area network. It provides long distance transmission of data, voice, or data, of course, information, and see, this is a V, not an F, so please fix it. Over large geographical areas that may compromise a country or even the whole world, like the satellite internet. The satellite internet can literally transmit internet into any point in the world, below the ground, over the ground, in the sky. It can transmit internet. So the topology is a network. The topology of a network is the geometric representation of the relationship of all the links as linking devices. It is the shape of the network. The topology is the shape of the network, because when dealing with networks, we have to make a shape. We have to make a shape, either a line shape. So the router starts here, the first device, the second device, the third device, or the star, or the bus, or the ring, and so on. Okay, because we arrange the devices, who has the priority, who has the second priority, and so on. Okay, so the basic shapes are star, bus, and ring. Okay, so the disadvantages of the star is that the whole network would go down, is the hub HUB. It's not HA, sorry for that mistake. It's HUB is not working when the hub is not working. So, and this is what's usually used in modern times, that when the router is down or the hub is down, everyone is down. Okay, also there are the bus and the ring. So we can say that the internet, and I guess you have better knowledge of the internet, it can be described as a global network of global network of computer networks. So every computer has its own network. If connected to the internet, it is connected to the world, not just a local area network. Uses of the internet, I guess you know it better than I do. And file transfer, chat and news groups, socializing, email, information browsing, and modern time learning courses. And that's it for today. I hope you learned and you enjoyed. Thank you very much. Keep updated and stay safe. Bye.